Rehoboam, son of Solomon, was king in Judah. He was 41 years old when he became king, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city the Lord had chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, in which to put his name. His mother's name was Naamah. She was an Ammonite.
Judah did evil in the eyes of the Lord, by the sins they committed, they stirred up his jealous anger, more than those who were before them had done.
They also set up for themselves high places, sacred stones and Asherah poles on every high hill and under every spreading tree.
There were even male shrine prostitutes in the land. The people engaged in all the detestable practices of the nations. The Lord had driven out before the Israelites.
When the rule of Rehobeam was established and he was strong, he abandoned the law of the Lord and all Israel with him.
In the 5th year of King Rehoboam, because they had been unfaithful to the Lord, Shishak, king of Egypt, came up against Jerusalem.
With 1,200 chariots and 3,000 horsemen, and the people were without number that came with him out of Egypt, the Lubims, the Sukkims, and the Ethiopians.
He captured the 45 cities of Judah and came as far as Jerusalem.
Then the prophet Shemaiah came to Rehoboam and to the leaders of Judah, who had assembled in Jerusalem for fear of Shishak. And he said to them, "This is what the Lord says, you had abandoned me, therefore I now abandon you to Shishak."
The leaders of Israel and the king humbled themselves and said, "The Lord is just."
And when the Lord saw that they humbled themselves, the word of the Lord came to Shemaiah, saying, "They have humbled themselves. Therefore I will not destroy them, but I will grant them some deliverance, and my wrath shall not be poured out upon Jerusalem by the hand of Shishak."
Nevertheless, they showed desertion to him, that they might know my service and the service of the kingdoms of their countries.
When Shishak, king of Egypt, attacked Jerusalem, he carried of the treasure of the temple of the Lord and the treasures of the royal palace. He took everything, including the gold shield Solomon had made.
So King Rehoboam made bronze shields to replace them and assigned these to the commanders of the guard on duty at the entrance to the royal palace.
And as often as the king went into the house of the Lord, the guard came and carried them and brought them back to the guardroom.
And when he humbled himself, the wrath of the Lord was turned from him, that he would not destroy him altogether. And also in Judah things went well.
King Rehoboam established himself firmly in Jerusalem and continued as king. He was 41 years old when he became king, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city the Lord had chosen out of all the tribes of Israel in which to put his name. His mother's name was Naamah. She was an Ammonite.
And he did evil, because he prepared not his heart to seek the Lord.
As for the events of Rehoboam's reign, from beginning to end, are they not written in the records of Shemaiah and of Ididio, the seer that deal with genealogies? There was continual warfare between Rehoboam and Jeroboam.
दूसरा तवारीख 12 आयत तो रहबाम अपने बाप दादा के साथ सो गया और दाऊद के शहर में दफन हुआ और उसका बेटा अबिय्याह इसकी जगह बादशाह हुआ।